Good morning. We are live this morning from Arrowhead, a mega vaccination site today and tomorrow for Jackson County, where 8,000 people will be vaccinated with the COVID-19 vaccine. And joining us live this morning, Dr. Mark Steele, the Chief Medical Officer for Truman Medical Centers. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's a very busy day for you guys, the National Guard and Truman Medical Center working together on this. One of the questions we want to talk about, how much simpler is it to run a mass vaccination site for thousands of people when it is a single-dose vaccine versus a two-shot vaccine?
Yeah, there's no question that it's much easier with a single-dose vaccine because obviously we don't have to arrange a follow-up appointment for 8,000 people to come back and get their second dose. And I would want to just highlight that we're kind of a clinical co-lead with Jackson County Health Department with this operation, and obviously the National Guard is a very important part of this as well in terms of logistical layouts and so forth.
Now, people will be looking forward to future vaccinations, and maybe some people heard this is Johnson & Johnson. They're watching those efficacy numbers very closely. They're looking at potential side effects. If somebody is nervous or hesitant to get a vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine in particular, what would you tell them about potential side effects? What should you expect? A lot of people are saying they don't feel well maybe the next day. What would you tell somebody?
Well, I would tell them that the side effects have really been quite mild and not very common. And so things like you get a little bit of a sore arm after you get the vaccine. You might feel a little bit fatigued. Sometimes you can feel a little bit feverish and a little bit achy, but generally speaking, not very significant side effects. And in terms of the vaccine itself, it's highly efficacious. It's very safe. And so I would strongly encourage people to get whatever vaccine that they're offered and have an opportunity to get.
What would you say to people about, like, how long did it take to make today happen?
Oh, this has been in the works for several weeks now, and so it's obviously a lot of preparation, not only between the National Guard, but then in terms of the vaccinators. I mean, we've been prepping for this, and obviously we have a lot of partners involved as well. We have volunteers from many different organizations, including Children's Mercy. We're going to have some UMKC School of Medicine and School of Pharmacy and School of Nursing students here as well as some volunteers from AmeriCorps and some other people. So it's going to take, there'll be nearly 200 people here to make this happen.
To see vaccinations like this on this scale in Kansas City as a medical professional and just as a Kansas Citian, how are you feeling today? I mean, this is going to be an emotional day, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I mean, this is very, very exciting. And obviously every additional person that we get vaccinated is a big deal as we try to head toward herd immunity. And then quite frankly, I mean, what we're doing here, these are really life-saving events because we know that these vaccines prevent future hospitalizations and deaths. And so it's really an important day for us.
Talk to me about how much does this feel like the next step towards the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, all these are next steps. And so this is a big step, and then there are continuing steps. I mean, we obviously have been vaccinating for quite a while. At Truman alone, we've administered over 60,000 vaccines, and some days going over 2,000. And so we have our own sort of mini mega events. And so we're going to keep doing that, and we think there's going to be a whole lot of vaccine available here within the next few weeks.
Dr. Steele, thank you so much for joining us. We have so much coverage coming up for the rest of the 6 o'clock hour here live from Arrowhead Stadium.